Our top story tonight, the new developments in the deadly officer-involved shooting that happened at Austin East Magnet High School last week. District Attorney General Sharm Allen holding an hours-long press conference this afternoon announcing none of the officers involved in the shooting will be charged. General Allen also walking us through what she says happened on April 12th, leading up to the moment 17-year-old Anthony Thompson Jr. walked into a bathroom with officers later locating Thompson inside before 3 shots ring out. Let's walk through part of the timeline for you here for just a moment. The DA said everything began around 12:30 with a domestic incident inside the school. At 12:48, a second domestic incident was reported. Then 911 was called afterward by the victim's mother.
And what happened?
My daughter got into an altercation today at school with an ex-boyfriend.
Any weapon or any drinking or drugs involved?
He does have a weapon.
Now at 2:16, Anthony entered the bathroom at the school. At 2:51, he was notified by text that police officers were at the school. At 2:55, officers began searching for him. They approach him, and at 3:12, Thompson's gun fired. Our top story tonight continues with 6 on Your Side reporter Jordan Brown, who has a closer look at what happened. Jordan?
Yeah, Bo, the district attorney's office says in the last 9 days, all evidence from the scene has been collected, documented, and reviewed, including all body camera footage. Today, it was released to the public. And right now, we're going to take you through those few moments in the bathroom that led up to Thompson's death. What you see here is the moment 4 officers enter a bathroom at Austin East High School with the intent to arrest 17-year-old Anthony Thompson Jr. on a domestic assault charge.
Hey, Anthony, how you doing, man? Stand up here.
Thompson stands and officers warn him.
Give me your hands out of your pocket.
Then one of the officers says he spots this, a 9mm Glock in the student's pocket. A tussle starts. 1 shot is fired. Investigators say a bullet coming from Thompson's handgun hits a trash can.
Trajectory rod photo showing this is where the bullet entered, this is where it went through and came out.
A slowed down version of the footage shows Thompson's gun was angled in his pocket, the barrel poking out of the left side of the pocket.
And Officer Wilson's statement is that Anthony had his hand on the gun in the ready fire position from his perspective with his finger on the trigger when the gun went off and shot the trash can. 2 more shots fired from Officer Claybo's gun. The district attorney says one hits Thompson, the other hits Officer Adam Wilson. This whole encounter lasted only 11 seconds. According to the autopsy, Thompson couldn't have survived his injuries. The bullet we know entered here from the jacket. It traveled through his body. It basically went through both lungs and went through the bottom of his heart. The medical examiner, Dr. Malusnik, has explained to us that this was a devastating, non-recoverable, life-ending injury.
Help arrived in 4 minutes.
Cash is on him for 2 minutes. He rolls him over. A lot of blood. Cash immediately begins to call for help, calls for 2 ambulances. Somebody calls for the nurse.
The district attorney adds that based on the evidence, she thinks it's reasonable to believe that Officer Claybo feared for his life.
I believe it was reasonable for him to believe that all the other officers in the room were potentially in danger, and I believe it was reasonable for him to believe there was potential for him to be shot as well.
None of the officers will be charged. And of course, we have a closer look at the moments leading up to last week's deadly shooting on WATE.com. Bo?
All right, Jordan, thank you. Now, you likely know the members of the public, community leaders, elected officials like Knoxville Mayor India Kincannon pushed for the video's release. And while continuing to uphold transparency tonight, Mayor Kincannon also acknowledging the video is not easy to watch.
Watching the video, my heart continues to break for Anthony. His life matters, and he has gone too soon. My heart breaks for his family and those who loved him. No parent should have to bury their child, and my prayers are with them as they continue to mourn.
Now, the family of Anthony Thompson tells us they are upset the video is released today ahead of the teen's funeral. They are also pushing for change.
Please make a change in this community. I do not want another child to be killed. I do not want another mother or father to have to go through this. It is so heartbreaking. I can't even describe it.
And some community activists also voicing their frustration tonight. Constance Every raising questions about how the situation was handled.
Anthony Thompson Jr. didn't have a chance. So many ways that this could have been better handled. And yet my main concern is, why would police encounter black people, we always get escalation of force? So for everybody says, well, wait a minute, he had a gun. So did Cal Rittenhouse. So did Dylan Roof. So did that man down there in Mississippi.
Meanwhile, tonight, this crowd gathered outside of the Knoxville Police Department and marched to Market Square. They were not happy that the officers walked away without any charges. General Allen says she wants to see healing and unity rather than protests.
At some point, we have to start the healing process, and at some point, we have to start the working together for the greater good. And I understand protesting, that you have every right to do that, but at some point, we all have to stop protesting against each other, and we've got to sit down and work together.
So what happens next? Even though the DA says the 4 officers involved will not be charged, WATE 6 on your side legal analyst Greg Isaac says that doesn't mean civil cases won't follow.
Anyone can file a lawsuit remarkably for anything, but I think that video is going to be very compelling as it relates to any decisions on any future action, because it clearly, well, when I say clearly, it moved at warp speed in 11 seconds. But if you look at the video, and the district attorney did a good job of slowing the video down, at times going frame by frame before the first shot was fired, it shows that those officers were under a reasonable belief that they were in imminent fear of imminent bodily injury, serious bodily injury, or death. And so that's, I think, what everybody will factor in.
Now remember, the DA says she ultimately determined the officers acted in self-defense. We don't know when or if those 4 officers will be back in the field. As a matter of fact, tonight, a KPD spokesperson telling us that the officers involved will remain on paid administrative leave throughout an internal review. KPD adds the internal review will begin after the TBI investigation is complete and the police department receives a copy. Now, the Bosch Law Firm, which represents Lieutenant Stanley Cash, Officer Brian Baldwin, and Officer Jonathan Clabo, released a statement saying, quote, "We believe in the importance of public trust and accountability. We look forward to returning to our duties and continuing to serve the city of Knoxville once again." Also tonight, we are hearing from Knoxville Police Chief Eve Thomas. In a statement, she writes, quote, "This was an incredibly tragic and traumatic experience for everyone involved. Lives have been irrevocably altered by this event. My thoughts are with the family of Anthony Thompson Jr., to whom I extend my most heartfelt condolences and sympathies. My thoughts are also with our officers who will carry the burden and trauma of this for the rest of their lives," end quote. A nationally known attorney is taking the case following the shooting inside of Austin East. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump says he has been hired by the family of 17-year-old Anthony Thompson. Crump has represented the families of Trayvon Martin and George Floyd. And we have much more coverage of today's developments for you in the deadly Austin East officer-involved shooting over on WATE.com, including the full timeline presented by the district attorney, Mayor Kincannon's entire press conference earlier this afternoon, and all of our stories from the last 9 days. Be sure to stay with us. Ken Weathers has a look at your forecast when we come back after the break.